Great, thank you, Claudia. You can use a rolled up pair of socks, a dog toy, just something that's interesting for your eyes to look at. And then 2 pencils or cooking utensils or your thumbs, just something easier for you to hold, but if you can, something with writing on it. So, a letter or a pen that's got writing on it so we can use the letters on the pen. And then just remember with this class, we work the visual and vestibular system. So if you start to feel a little dizzy or nauseous, tired eyes, watery eyes, anything like that, that is all okay, but it means that you have met your edge and we don't want to go too far past your edge. So take a break, close your eyes, grab some water if you experience any of those. All right, let's get going here. Make sure I'm centered. Okay. All right, so we'll just start with a few shoulder circle rolls. Just coming into the body, starting to notice how things are feeling. Okay, we'll find a still point. We'll close the eyes. And then let's bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. And seeing if we can come into that nice, deep and slow belly breath. And seeing if you can find your nasal breathing. So only breathing in and out of your nose. So you're trying to still that chest hand as we fill the lower hand with your breath. So the chest hand should be relatively still here. And as you do this, we're going to add a hum. So taking an inhale through the nose and then exhale. And you're just going to take that hum all the way to the very, very, very end of your breath. You'll take an inhale and you'll start again. Maybe noticing that belly sinking in as you continue to hum. Just do one more hum. And then just return to normal breathing there. And I want you to either wiggle your toes or wiggle your ribs. Somehow connect to the ground or to the surface that you're seated on. And then set your intention for class today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Okay. Let's just start with some head and neck movements here. So we're just going to start with a big head and neck circle. Moving really slow. You can bring your eyes with you. Try not to throw your head back. It's just a tilt back. Noticing what parts of your neck maybe feel a little stiff. If you've got hardware in your neck, you can be doing this from your full body, doing a full body circle around your hips. Yeah, go ahead and switch directions, whichever version you're doing. Let's do one more. Okay, and coming back to the center. Good. We'll take fingertips to that area just under the collarbones. We'll find our tapping. Getting that whole area across your chest, your breastbone, under your collarbone, in front of your armpits. Good. And then I want you to bring that gentle tapping to your low back, if you can reach the low back. If it's hard for you to reach the low back, you can do more of the sides of your body. Giving the kidneys a little bit of attention. And instead of doing fingertips, you can do more of a soft hand or a soft fist, just whatever feels good for that area. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Excuse me, go ahead and shake the hands out. Okay. Instead of our body tapping, let's do kind of a wipe down today. So I want you to imagine you've got water on your body and you're just trying to get all of the water droplets off. So just trying to wipe from your shoulder down to your wrist. And then doing that on the other side. Getting the top and the bottom part of your arm. And then doing it off your chest and your belly. And the sides of your trunk. Yeah, and then same thing, doing it to your legs. Get the water droplets off your legs. Off of your knees. If you can reach your shins and your calves, get the water off of your shins and calves. And if you can even reach your feet, get it off your feet. Okay, good. Okay, let's bring a little bit of attention to the face here. So we're going to take either thumbs or knuckles, and we're going to bring them to the inside corners of our eyebrows. And you're just going to find a gentle press slightly in the upward direction. So just press and hold there. This is really gentle. So I'm kind of pushing my thumbs in towards each other and up. You can close your eyes if that feels good too. Yeah. And then we're going to find a drag again, and I'm actually going to use my knuckles for this one. You're going to find a drag from the inside corner of your eyebrow to the outside corner. And I'm kind of at the top of my eyebrow as opposed to underneath it, because that's really where those muscle attachments come up and overhead, and they attach right onto the top of our brow. So this is a place that often holds tension, even if we're not aware of it. Yeah, and just letting your face, noticing if you're holding tension anywhere else in your face. Can you just let your cheeks relax, let your jaw relax? Okay, good. And then we're going to come to the forehead, and we're going to pull right kind of at the top of the hairline. And I'm just doing an up and a down pull. I have got my fingertips on my hairline, and I'm just pulling up and down. I'm basically trying to mobilize my scalp. I'm going to stay away from my temples. Those are the sides, kind of like the corner of your eye area. And I'm just going to stay more towards the top of the forehead, just helping to mobilize the tissues in that area, moving the scalp up and down. Good. And then I want you to do the same thing. So we're working with the sutures now. So coming to the very center of your head, if you had a faux hawk like I do, and you're going to take your fingertips and you're just going to mobilize. You can scratch, or you can do more of like a fingertip massage to that area straight down the center of your head. And you're just, again, trying to mobilize that area, maybe noticing, are there areas of your scalp that feel more restricted than other areas? Often the areas around the sutures get the stickiest. The sutures are the joints of your skulls. Okay? Shake the arms out. And then last one, will come to the back of the head. I want you to find that big old bump in the back of your head. Don't worry, it's supposed to be there. And then you're going to find that same massage to the left and to the right of that bump. I'm just noticing if you've got any tender areas here. Okay. And then last one for this, shake the arms out again. So all of the muscles that help hold our head up, not all of them, many of them, attach back here. So where you felt that bump in the back of your head, you're just going to slide down maybe an inch or two. And you're going to feel these two mountain ridges going down your neck. Okay, so those are your neck extensors. And I just want you to trace the outline, working from the top down through your neck, maybe down to the base of your neck, rubbing from the top down through the base of your neck. Okay, so just finding a rub down of these muscles. These muscles are often really quite restricted, especially for folks in chairs, because you're always having to crank your head to look up. So this is a good place to elongate and give a little bit of love too. All right, we'll shake the hands out. Yeah, let's come back to some shoulder rolls, really focusing on opening the collarbones up. Open the collarbones up. I'll do a few more. And last one. Okay, nice. Coming more into the joints here, let's take both arms. We'll come into backwards arm circles. For standing athletes, if you'd like, you can do a big circle with your leg instead. And then we'll switch directions going forward. If anyone's standing, you can do the other leg now. Okay, good. Okay, and then you're going to bring your hands out in front of you as if you were holding a tray. Okay, so elbows bent, palms are up. Keeping the palms facing up to the ceiling, we're going to pull the hands away from each other. But I want your elbows to stay squeezing into your ribs, like if you were holding a really wide tray, and then pull your hands back in. And you're going to cross the hands over each other. Open the hands wide, wide, wide. Elbows stay pinching in. How far back can your hands go? And then cross the hands in front again. Yeah, and I just want you to go go back and forth between those. Just testing that shoulder external rotation in and out. Your palms will stay at the height of your elbows the whole time. There we go. Yeah, maybe noticing if one arm gets a little further than the other. That's it. Just another way to get some of that shoulder rotation in. Okay, give a shake. Arms are going to come out in front of you like you're giving me the stop sign signal. Yep. If you're able to pull your wrist up and spread your fingers wide, elbows are going to be straight. And then make a fist and point down. That's it. fingers up and spread. Make a fist point down. Okay, now I want one hand to be down and one hand to be up, just testing your coordination, and then switch. That's it. And switch. And switch. And if you're standing, you can also be doing this with your feet, lifting up onto one heel and then switching. Like you're pedaling your feet back and forth. That's it. That's it. Okay, good. Now for the people doing the hands, you're going to point so palms are facing in, thumbs are up, and we're going to do the same thing. So now turn, make a fist, and point your fists in towards each other. And then spread your fingers, pull the hands and the fingers away. That's it. That's it. Make a fist point in, spread and pull wide. Yeah, so just changing the angle of the wrist a little bit. You might feel the burn in a slightly different place too. If you're standing, you can still add the heel pump. That's it, a few more. And the last one. Okay, good. Shake the hands out. You're going to open the hands wide like you're about to give someone a big hug. And then you're going to give yourself a big hug. Let your chest round and try to touch your nose to your belly button. Open the arms out wide, get big. That's it. Yep. Give yourself a hug, nose to belly button. Get big. And then hug. That's it. Get big. And then hug. Last one. Get big. And then hug. Good. Okay, we're going to test shoulder mobility here. This might be kind of hard for some folks, but you're just going to go as far as you can with your arms. So arms are going to be out to a T, out to your side. Yeah. You're going to bring left arm up, right arm down. And then you're going to try to touch your hands behind you. Yeah, so one hand is reaching up while the other hand reaches down, trying to bring those fingers as close to each other as you can. Yeah, there we go. And then you're going to bring the arms back out into a T. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. One arm up, one arm down. Oh, wow, this has gotten much harder for me. And you're trying to touch those fingers behind you. There you go. There you go. And you're just going to switch arms out into a T and then switch. This is what we call the S wave. Yep. Open and switch. This is really good for your shoulders. It's okay if you can't touch. You're just trying. Yeah, I see some people like really getting in some interesting positions here. This is good. Open and close. That's it. Open and close. For standing athletes, you can still add the same heel pump, switching back and forth. One heel lifts and then the other heel lifts. Yeah, do two more. And last one. Okay, good. And then shake that out. Can anyone touch their hands behind their back? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay. We've got, yeah, some thumbs down. Don't worry, I can't either. Okay, I got a few thumbs up. Yeah, nice. Okay, good. Let's come into the ribs and the hips a little bit. So let's just find the hula hooping the ribs around the hips. Yeah, and same thing if you're standing. Hips stay steady, just the ribs are moving. Switch directions. Pushing those ribs into every edge of the circle. Noticing if there's spots that are harder for you to move into, and maybe just moving slower through those spots. Okay, and then coming back to the center, awesome. We'll bring arms back out to a T. Yeah, right hand will come up into a side bend. Or sorry, left hand, I know, wrong way, there we go, yeah, my bad. And then back to the center. And then right arm comes up, side bend, and center. Yep. Inhale to bend. Exhale, center. Inhale, bend. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're gonna stay onto the T. I'm just gonna add some cross lateral movements here. So this other hand can help you if you need. So let's take left hand out to the side. Right hand can either be on your lap or also out into a T. You're gonna hinge or bend forward and you're gonna tap your right ankle. And then you're gonna drag, or as low to your ankle as you can. You're gonna drag that hand up the leg, across the chest, and then out like you're drawing a sword up towards the sky. And then you're gonna bring it back into your body, across the chest and down the right leg. Yeah, so same thing. We're just gonna trace that outline up the leg, across the chest, draw the sword, and then across the chest, down the leg. Up, across, draw the sword. Nice, everybody, that looks great. Across the chest, down the leg. Yeah, keep going with that. Up the leg, across. And if you're standing, this looks like the same thing, except you're just coming into a hip hinge position to slide up and down the leg. Yeah, and really emphasizing that reach. So when you draw the sword, really reaching, how far can you reach your hand? Let's do one more. Up and out. And then one more back in. Awesome. And then we'll switch sides. Okay, so bend forward. So we're going to take right hand. We're going to touch the left ankle or as close to it as we can. Drag up the leg, across the chest, draw the sword. Across the chest, down the leg. Yeah, up the leg, across the chest, draw the sword, reach. Across the chest and down the leg. Seeing if, this is kind of a breathing challenge, but seeing if you can do an inhale the entire way up the leg across the chest to draw, and an exhale the whole way down. One inhale to come up and then one exhale to come down, if that's possible for you. So just kind of forcing you to slow your breath down. Yeah, that looks great, everyone. So when we do this cross body touch, it helps the brain connect both sides of the body. So it's just a nice way to integrate the lower body with the upper body and the two sides of the body. Okay, good. Last one coming down, and then we'll relax. Yeah, nice work. Okay, I'm gonna have you grab your letter ball. Okay, if you've been playing with me for a while, go ahead and move right into playing letter ball, throwing or moving it around your body. And then I'm going to explain this for new folks here. So holding that ball into your chest, you're going to pull it away at any angle around your body that you want. You're going to say the first letter number you see, pull it back into your chest. Pull it away at a different angle, say the first letter number you see, pull it back in. And you're just going to continue with that. Different angle, pull it away, say the first letter number you see, pull it back in, and keep going. okay? But making sure that your eyes go to a very precise point on the ball or whatever it is that you're using each time you move it around you. Okay, so this is for eye tracking, this is for reaction time, and this is also just for your the muscles of your eyes in general. So we're working the whole visual system here. If you're able to play catch with yourself, then play catch with yourself. So it just creates a little bit more unpredictability, which is kind of the point of the letter ball game. Remember, it's okay if you miss the ball. It means that you found your edge and you're making it hard for you to catch it, which is really good. Yeah, making sure you're throwing it all around your body, above you, to the left, to the right. Yep, yep, yep. Good. Nice. That's really good, everyone. Okay, I'm just gonna layer on one more time here. Well, maybe two more times. Let's see how this goes. Okay, if you catch a letter, I'm gonna have you shrug the shoulders up towards your ears. For standing athletes, if you want to do a heel raise, sorry, if you want to do a heel raise, you can do that too. Okay, so a letter, you either shrug up or you lift the heels. That's for a letter. For a number, you're just gonna tuck your chin down and pull your shoulders down. Okay. Uh, if you're standing, you can lift your toes. So letter, shrug up. Number, shrug down, tuck your chin in. Letter, shrug up. Number, shrug down, tuck the chin. Letter, lift the heels. Number, lift the toes. Letter, lift the heels. Number, lift the toes. Okay, so go ahead and go back into playing. You're trying to make that decision and make a quick reaction with your body. We're trying to make that as quick as possible. There's something called brain speed games where they really test your reaction time correlating with a body movement. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, really good, everybody. Maybe do about 10 more throws or moves. Yeah, good, good. Okay, when you've done those 10, yeah, I'm just gonna have you keep holding on to that letter ball and we'll do some visual games here. Okay, good. So we're just gonna start with half circles. So these are gonna be um, for your visual system, for your eyes. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, I'm gonna give you something slightly different. So holding that ball down, down towards the ground, but directly in front of you. Your nose is going to be pointing forward and your eyes are on a specific letter number. I'm sorry, I'm holding it with my left hand. I'm going to draw a half circle to the left. So I pull that ball around me to the left and up. I stop in the center and then I draw that half circle back down and in the center. Okay, so I just want you to start with that. The head shouldn't move, just the eyes are tracking that ball as you draw that half circle on the left side of your body. The bigger this, I want that circle to stay within your eye range of motion, but the faster you go, the harder it will get. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, you're gonna do, say 10 circles with your nose as if you were drawing a big circle with your nose, 10 circles with your head going in one direction, 10 circles with your head going in the other direction. Make it fast, or just say make it fast if you feel comfortable making it fast. The faster you go, the harder that will be. If you're standing and doing that, you can also do it single leg. Actually, anyone standing and doing this one, no matter the variation, you can do it single leg. Okay, so really challenging that eye range of motion. Maybe just do one more here and then switch hands. Do the exact same thing. Now just complete that circle. So now you're just drawing that half circle on the right side of your body, holding it with your right hand. And your eyes should be tracking that ball the whole time. Yeah, make sure your nose is still pointing forward though. I see a lot of heads turn. There we go. Yeah. So head and nose pointing forward, just the eyes are tracking the ball. Yeah. I like the holding of the face. That's a good, yeah, that's a good technique too. Making sure that the face isn't moving. Yeah, that totally works. Okay, good. Last one, and then relax. Let's give the eyes a little bit of a break. Okay, we'll bring both hands up to the sky. Let the shoulders and the ribs shrug up, and then exhale, articulate down into a roll down. Just pause here at the bottom, take a few breaths. And then on your next exhale, we'll roll back up. Good. Bring hands behind you, either reaching the palms towards each other or interlacing the fingers to open the chest up. Okay. And then release that, shake the hands one more time. Okay. I'm gonna have you grab your pencils and we're gonna do some eye saccades here. So that just means eye jumps back and forth. Okay, so holding those two pencils, I'm gonna stay zoomed in here. Holding those two pencils, I want you to find, let's actually make this a little bit harder because we just did a single letter last week. So let's say you're holding two Sharpies. Okay, so you're gonna work your way down, holding the Sharpie, one Sharpie on the left, one on the right, and you're just gonna be jumping back and forth. So my eyes would go S on the left, S on the right, H on the left, H on the right, A, R, R, P, P, I, E, and so on. So whatever two pens or pencils you're holding, work your way down the pencils. But your head is still staying centered here. So nose is still facing forward. It's just my eyes that are jumping back and forth. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Working your way down the letters of that pen or pencil. You're gonna do about 20 left to right, 20 up and down, and then 20 on each diagonal. These are, you're gonna move slower for these because I'm asking you to look at us. I'm asking you to track letters now. It's okay if you move slower. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, we're gonna stay with the VOR. So you're gonna be doing the same thing except let your head shake in all of these directions. 20 up, down, 20 side, side, and 20 at each diagonal. Yeah. The further the pencils are away from each other, the harder it gets. And you can even play with that. If you even want to move the pencils as you do this one in and out or up and down, you'll notice it gets a little bit easier or quite a bit easier as the pencils get closer towards each other. Mhm. Head stays steady, just the eyes jump back and forth. Mhm. Okay. So no rush. Everyone is still working through this, but just so I know when you're done, go ahead and put both pencils down. Okay. Yeah, and if you're done, go and just take a slow articulating roll down to the floor. Take a couple of breaths into your back. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay, if you're still working your way through that, no rush, keep going. I'm gonna have you just drop one pencil. Sorry, yeah, come up from that roll down when you're ready. I'll stay zoomed in here. Okay, you can drop one of your pencils. We'll just do one more thing here, and then we'll do a bit of a cool down. Okay, so actually, let me maybe start with the tongue. We're going to be doing tongue circles. We've done this before, but it's been a while. So just as a reminder, let's just start with this practice. Your lips are going to stay closed, and you're pushing your tongue. So maybe start by pushing your tongue up into the upper lip and then drawing and tracing your tongue all the way around every edge of your mouth. And you're just continuing in a circle. So it'll look something like this. Okay. The key here is to not let your lower jaw move around. So if it helps you to kind of stabilize the lower jaw, just the tongue is moving so that when the lower jaw moves, it's just kind of the tongue's way of cheating and bringing the lower jaw. Yeah. So you're just trying to keep that as still as you can. And you're really trying to push into every corner. Yeah, keep going and then go ahead and switch directions. This can this can be really, really challenging for the tongue. What we're doing when we're doing some of these tongue movements, we have a lot of cranial nerves that innervate the tongue. So it helps calm the nervous system and it helps stimulate that whole area. Okay, good. I'm gonna layer in one more time. You all have the tongue. That looks good. We're gonna do the eye circles that we just did, and we're gonna do the tongue. So let me just show you this first. I'm gonna tilt this up. So holding that pencil up above you, I'm going to stand a little bit at an angle, and my tongue is going to push up when the pencil is up. As I circle that pencil around, my tongue basically follows the pencil. As the pencil lowers, the tongue pushes into the lower lip. As it pulls to the right, it pushes into the right side of the lip, and so on. The head doesn't move, just the eyes and the tongue move. Okay. See if you can do maybe 8 circles in each direction without giving your tongue a break. If you really need to give your tongue a break, give your tongue a break. 8 circles in each direction. The tongue mirrors the pencil. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, your head is going to be moving in the same direction that your tongue is. So head and tongue also mirror each other. Everybody else, you're going to keep that head steady. Yeah, you can hold the head, you can hold the lower chin, whatever helps you with this one. Yeah, really good. Hey, that looks really good, everybody. Yeah, this is not an easy one. It probably feels like you just lifted 100 pounds with your tongue. That's what it feels like for me. My tongue kind of starts to burn like, any other muscle would. Okay. When you've done 8 or so in each direction, go ahead and take a break. I'll have you put your pencil down. And then let's just give the whole body a shake. Let everything go. Shimmy the chest, the arms. If you're standing, shake the legs out. Make a silly noise. Stick the tongue out. Okay, and relax. Let's find a few shoulder circle rolls. And then let's come into our swinging rotation. Back knuckles will tap the low back if you can reach it. Okay. Good. We'll steady the arms. We'll find a still point. We'll close the eyes. And just maybe noticing if there's any kind of a buzz or liveliness in the body. Maybe try to slow and quiet your breath down. Let's bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest again. Trying to keep that chest hand still as you breathe into the belly hand. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. Just one new announcement, because I realize that I keep forgetting to mention this. So I have gotten a bunch of Pilates equipment and I've kind of set up more of a home base. So I'm working out of the BORP fitness studio in Berkeley, out of the Ed Roberts campus, which sits right on top of the Ashby Bart Center. I'm all set up in there. It's an awesome fitness studio. They've got a ton of equipment, and then I'm just kind of keeping some of my bigger Pilates machines in there. So I'm seeing private. I'm kind of like a partner affiliate with BORP. So this isn't a BORP program that I'm running. This is my own program from my own business. But I see private clients and small groups that I can now see in that studio space if you are here in the Bay Area. So actually, I'm going to go ahead. Let me just grab